Hello everyone. So if I sound like I'm talking funny, I have whitening strips on. Yeah, I'm trying to do my teeth. Usually if you like buy the right brand, you can get like one box of them. Usually it's like the more expensive box, like the $60 one, but anyways, it'll like last you like a year. So basically is what I'm trying to say. Or it'll keep your teeth white throughout the year. So basically you won't have to like do this like every other month or something. But obviously I have to do daily maintenance with a special toothpaste blend. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about how my vitamin C DIY serum has been going. So this is the serum, and I've been using this for the last 2 weeks. So that's when I made the batch. If you're following me on Patreon, I have the tutorial. It takes you step by step by step, all the ingredients, what you need, how you whip it up, how to store it, everything. And then of course the measurements for how like strong you want it to be. So this one right here is 20%. But you can make any, you can make 5%, 10%, and so I have all of that done. So if you guys wanted to follow Patreon, it's all in there. I've had this in the fridge for the majority of the 2 weeks, but like these last couple of days, like I kept it out because usually I'm gonna like be keeping it at room temperature. It's just important that you have it in I guess a light safe container. So I did order these, and so I think I got a pack of like 10 off of Amazon, and so I'll be using them especially for my glycolic acid and kojic acid mix and arbutin. Like these will come really handy. I'll definitely have to put some type of label on them so I don't get confused, but for my next batch of vitamin C that I'm going to make, obviously I'm going to put it in here. As far as how does it work, it surprisingly works really good. It's not just vitamin C. I also made my own hyaluronic acid. Again, that's all DIY style on Patreon. I highly recommend, even if you're just using a vitamin C serum that you bought already made, that you also find like a hyaluronic acid serum, because it really helps with like the moisture. Just the feeling of your skin is amazing, because hyaluronic acid is also like a humectant, and it does wonders. But I've been using it on my chest and on my nipples, and I really see a difference, especially in my nipples, the color. It's funny though, because like at first, like the first week I was using it, I started seeing results, and I wasn't sure if it was like in my head, so I stopped for a couple of days, and like sure enough I was like, oh yeah, it definitely, when I stopped, like the colors started to kind of change a little bit. Obviously I've only been using it for 2 weeks, so the longer I use it, the lighter they will get, but it really has been helping like a lot, so much so that I was thinking about also using it for my hyperpigmentation that's on like the inside of my like bikini line area, using it down there too, because like for me on my chest, well, first off, I'm trying to lighten this part to match the part of my boobs that usually don't see the light of day, because like the color is different. So next time I get my stretch mark camouflage, it'll all be one color. And then number 2, I also have a burn scar, and so it was recommended to me by a dermatologist to use like a high amount of vitamin C, like a 30% serum on it, and use that for like a couple months, and basically they just said like it'll go away. So the next vitamin C I'm going to make is going to be 30%. This one is 20%, and I made it using this. This is the pure ascorbic acid that I use every day orally. Vitamin C, the bioavailability is pretty bad if you're taking it orally, so like it's recommended that you take it in very small quantities throughout the day, to help your body actually absorb it and not just pee it out. Obviously this is like the cheaper version, because this is like a $30 tin, and like it'll like last you probably over a year, but I could see how this wouldn't exactly work for everyone, and so liposomal vitamin C would be safer, just because like you would know how much your body is able to absorb. So it's just up to you, but I have this and it's been working fine for me. Another hack, like, so this is an airtight container. Another hack for if you don't like have like a dropper bottle or whatnot is to get foil and to wrap it around here, because the vitamin C is it's light sensitive. So even right now, like this is the most light it's gotten, because like there's a window open. This is like the most light it's gotten. Usually like you need to keep it like wrapped up in foil, and I would put it somewhere dark. So whether that's underneath your cabinet in a bathroom, or if it's in your fridge in the kitchen, then you're great. This is where this one like spent most of its time. or you can even put it like in your closet. But this is just for all vitamin C's. This isn't just for homemade vitamin C. Like, all vitamin C's need to be basically stored in a dark area and away from light. If you refrigerate it, it's supposed to make it fresher longer, but honestly, if you bought it and it wasn't refrigerated, then you don't really know how long it was like on the shelf. You don't know how long it took to be distributed, you know, from the manufacturing warehouse to whatever store you're buying it from. So like, I wouldn't worry too much about it if like you have your own keeping it refrigerated. But if you're making it, it definitely, I think, would help, because then from the point of which you're making it to the point of you using it, it's just staying in a cool area that is always away from light. Of course, I'll let you guys know how the 30% goes, but I just wanted to give a little update that 20% is bomb. I am getting results. For the scar, it's gonna take longer. Like, it's only been 2 weeks that I've been using it, and I mean, some days I've definitely missed using it. The great thing about, like, if you're trying to like lighten your intimate areas, like your nippies or something like that, you don't really have to use it every day. Like, it'll maintain its color. It's when you stop for a couple of days that you'll see the color will kind of start to change back. But for the most part, it'll I feel like it helped it get like a little pinker, not just pull the color, because we were talking about this on Patreon, how with glutathione, if you're taking it orally over time, you'll notice that your lips will start to change, even if you're not doing anything, like you're not putting on any scrubs, any topicals. But the thing is, like, it's lightening it, but it's not making it pink. Like, you have to figure out how to put color into it, and it's the same hack with your skin. Like, for people who are on glutathione, it's like, if they're not taking other things, you know, their skin tone as they continue to lighten will just basically be devoid of all colors. Whether you wanted a pinkish undertone, you wanted a yellowish undertone, it's just gonna look really, really light. I'm sure you guys have all seen those pictures of people who just look really, really, really light. Of course, right now I'm not on glutathione, but when I get back on it, obviously I always like to mix it with other things that will help just give me the skin tone that I'm looking for, which is more of a lighter yellow. I'm also doing the kojic acid twice a day. And my twice a day showers and using the kojic acid is going great. But like I said, the body wash is like, it's a mixture of a lot of different ingredients. So it's not just the kojic acid, which is probably what's helping my skin not completely dry out, because surprisingly, it's like super, super, super soft. It's only been a week of me doing double showers, and I definitely leave it on for like close to like 8 to 9 minutes, which is like way longer than I've ever usually like keep kojic acid on my body. The next time I make my next batch of kojic body wash, because I've only had that body wash for a week now, so in another week when I have to make another batch, I'm going to make it at 2%. Right now I just have it at 1%. I'm still getting results with the 1%, but you know me, I like to, you know, up the ante a little bit. So I'm gonna do it 2%, and of course I'll come on here and let you guys know how it's going with doing 2-a-day washes. And of course, since I'm doing 2-a-day washes, I'm also putting on my semi-permanent solution twice a day. So I'm gonna do that full, because I'll be at 3 months next week for semi-permanence, and so I'm gonna make that update video sometime next week, and definitely get footage of my skin just in different, I guess, lighting, so like outside, and yeah, just a better look.